like for this to...
Come on, Joe.
Okay, we're going to try this one more time, folks.
Yeah,
all right? Okay, what? Okay, well, I don't know what just happened. But
I'm watching you guys.
Apparently, a few minutes ago, we went to try to start this live stream, and we literally got about 5 minutes in, and the YouTube bots threw a fit about something. I don't know what it got upset about.
But I recognized that the video was over.
Thank you for catching that. But then again, we were going to turn the screen and see it eventually. But either way, thank you for catching it first.
And welcome to YouTube. Welcome to YouTube because I have a paper in my hand.
How long you'll be able to stay here? Who the heck knows? How long we'll be able to stay here? Who the heck knows? Be that as it may. Okay. We're going to try
card charts later.
We're going to try one more time. We're going to try one more time to do our live stream for today, Friday, March 27th. March 27th.
I'm watching.
In some cases, we almost wish this was February 27th because we weren't in the state we were in right now. But then again, we were still getting closer to it, so we can't say anything one way or another. Regardless, okay, you know the deal here, folks. Okay, I'll start it again. As we said, those of you watching here, live, if you have a topic, submit topics in the live chat as we are right there. I'll give a reminder right there underneath. So please do that, whatever math topic it is that you want to do. At the same time, if you don't feel comfortable doing that, brian.sapinski@gmail.com. Joey's head is obscuring the message. But that's fine. Okay, so but either way, no matter what, just get in there and get your questions submitted, whatever it is you want to.
If you're answering these questions, just leave a like.
Yeah, do that too. Sure, why not? Joey, I got the pink one here, so you don't need to.
I want to do the pink one.
I forgot you were using the double-sided one. Okay, no, I didn't see that. I had this. Okay, so all right, and hopefully there will be no interruptions this time. So we'll figure it out as we go. Okay, as we were saying, we were about to say when everything was getting started here. Okay, I said I wanted to have. I was telling my students, and I was telling Brianna and stuff or whatever. I want to have a little bit more fun with today's because we're at the end of the second week. We know that this is going to continue on. As said, at the end of the show today, I'm going to have some announcements with regards to some of the things that are going to be happening going forward here. So just stick around with us all the way to the end so you can find out exactly what it is that's going on. In any event, so just to get the ball rolling here, and so just make sure everything on my phone is working properly and stuff like that. Okay, let's try this one more time. Okay, I was starting to say that we're dealing with a standard deck of playing cards. Okay, these cards better not be, because we used these yesterday. They better not be the reason we got that the video got taken down. So, but anyway, all right, Brianna, come out from behind the board here. Rejoin us here. All right, so we have established that. Okay, we have established that that we have the four suits in the deck of cards. You've got the clubs, the diamonds, the hearts, and the spades. Now the thing is, within each of those four suits, there are how many? Within each of those four suits, there are how many different cards?
I don't know.
Well, here, let's list out. Okay, Joey, please do not use all of my. Joey, I have to write here. Joey, okay, thank you. Oh. Yes. Please like the channel. Please subscribe. Do all that business. He will not stop drawing unless you start hitting that subscribe button. So please.
And that like button, please.
Yes. So please do.
And make Mr. YouTube happy.
Yes. Okay. So yes, please. Okay, because I need my board. So please keep doing that. Please support.
All right. Trophy.
All right. So let's move on. Okay. All right. Well, here, let's go through let's go through the list, Brianna. Okay, guys, quiet. Okay, let's go through the list a second. Okay, all right. What's the highest card that exists in all of the cards? Okay, so you have the ace for each of them. Okay, all right. So let's go backwards from the top to the bottom. Okay, what comes before that?
10.
No, there's something before the 10. There's a few things before the 10. You guys out there obviously know.
A king.
The king.
A queen. Well, if you
don't
know, so not a joker.
It is J. It stands for the jack. Okay, then comes the 10. And how far down does it go? From 10 down to what? What's the lowest card?
1, 2.
2. Okay, so 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, and 2. Okay.
If you don't know,
so all right. So count. So wait. So here, count how many.
You can just say, I don't know that.
Okay. Well, here.
14.
Recount that because it's not 14.
No, I mean, 13. 9,
Yeah. Don't count the symbol itself because remember, all of these have that symbol.
No, it's because I forgot there was no 1.
Well, yeah, the ace. Well, depending on what game you're playing, the ace can count low or high. Here, wait. Can you move those numbers down a little bit? Get the line. I want to make sure all the numbers line up here. Here's the red. Yeah, here.
Whoa.
I just want to make sure the numbers line up here because that's going to be important to us. Okay, just make sure everything falls underneath the next thing. Okay, here's that. Here's this.
Purple or
here's that. Use that. That's what Joey was using a second ago. Okay, and then use this for the blue. Okay, all right. And here's the blue. Okay, put those in. Okay, so there's 13 cards. So there's 13 cards in each row. Okay, so.
Oh my gosh, that's a lot.
Wait, slide that down just a little bit.
That's funny. Am I funny?
Okay. All right.
Sure.
So there's 13. So there's 13 cards to a suit. There are 4 suits. So how many cards are there?
I don't know. Oh, that was good mud.
I know. We're trying to have a little fun. We're trying to have a little fun with the math today. Yes, I know, but you gotta stay chill here. So 13 times 4.
13 times 4. It's 13 times 4. You try to do it.
No, he doesn't do multiplication. Yeah, he's still in first grade.
Teach him.
All right, kid, but not now.
No, don't. 52.
Okay, so there's 52 cards total in the deck. Okay, so we got that.
I didn't even know that.
So knowing that there are 52 cards, okay. What I want to do here is I want to have a little bit of an exercise in the concept of just simple probability. Okay? Like we were sort of doing yesterday, okay? You were drawing one card from the standard deck. What I want to know is if I ask for the card to meet certain specific requirements, I want to know exactly what fraction of the cards in the deck represent that thing that I'm looking for. That's what the probability stands for. It's the number of cards that meet the requirement that you're looking for versus the total number of cards that are available. So every fraction that we're about to come up with here is going to be based on something over 52. Okay. For the moment, I'm not going to worry about reducing the fractions at all. We're just going to leave it as whatever over 52 for the moment because we just want to acknowledge how many cards meet the target and stuff like that. Okay, so let's suppose, for instance, so for example, let's suppose that you wanted to specifically look for the probability of, let's say, drawing the let's say you want to specifically draw a 5. Okay. So Joey, look at all the lists up here. Joey, look at all the lists up here. How many 5s do you see on the whole board? How many 5s do you see?
4.
You see 4 of them, right? There's the 4 of clubs, the 4 of diamonds, the 4 of hearts, and the 4 of spades. That would mean the probability of drawing a 5 is 4 out of 52. That's the way basic probability works here. Okay. What about, Brianna? Brianna, what about the probability of, let's say we wanted to specifically draw a spade? There are 13 spades in the deck from 2 through ace, so that means 13 out of 52 would be that probability. So we're good there. No problems, no worries. Okay. All right. Let's okay, now let's ratchet it up a little bit. Okay, Joey, let me ask you this. Okay? Joey, how about if we want to draw a face card? Okay? What are in a standard deck of cards? Which cards are the face cards?
Joker.
Well, wait. There's no Joker. What does the J stand for again? What does the J stand for again, Joe?
Jack.
J is Jack. What's the Q?
Queen.
And the K?
King.
How many Jacks, Queens, and Kings are there all together here? How many? Count them all. Don't mind the bump, folks. How many Jacks, Queens, and Kings?
One.
Count all together. No, count them all. Count all of these. Count all the J's, Q's, and K's.
Four.
No. Wait.
12.
Count J,
12,
Q, and K.
12,
Yeah, just take a look.
12.
1, 2, let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4,
So there's 12. So it'd be 12 out of 50. 12 out of
12,
52 for that. Okay, so that's what we get there. Okay. Yes, I know. I know the old Sesame Street song, 12 Ladybugs Picnic. I know.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Don't you start.
Ladybugs
Don't you start, because then somebody ain't gonna stop. So chill there.
We're gonna get copyrighted.
Not that. Okay, just.
Sesame Street. Why are we?
Excuse me one sec, folks. Okay, no, I'm not. I'm busy live streaming right now on YouTube here. I'm doing my math stuff here. Why don't you go look in and join in the conversation? I could use you.
Good.
Okay. My friend Scott trying to interfere here. I referenced him the other day. The fact they
I already saw him the other day.
Okay, now, all right. Let me change things up a little bit. Okay, now. What if, rather than looking for one specific type of thing, now you saw in that last one, I was looking for any face card, which meant that I was looking for any Jack, any Queen, any King. Now, I could also ask for things in a range of data as well. Okay, what if I specifically wanted, wanted a card that was, let's say less than 7. Okay. So if I want a card that's less than 7 in value, okay, I want a card that's less than 7 in value. Okay, which cards fit that description? Which card here, Joey? Which cards on the board are less than 7? What numbers are less than 7 up here, Joe? Joe, look at the list. What numbers are less than 7?
2.
2 is smaller than 7. What else?
Hold on, let me write it on here.
No, Joey, it's okay. No, tell me on the list here, because you're gonna be here all day if you're trying to figure them out. What else is less than 7?
3.
The 3 is. What else?
5.
The 5 is. Okay. There's other things.
6.
The 6 is, and there's something you skipped. There's one you skipped. You said the 2, the 3, the 5, the 6.
Oh, 1.
No, wait. There's no 1 here. There's no 1 there. Wait, you said the 2, the 3, the 5, and the 6. What did you skip? You said the 2, the 3, the 5, and the 6. What did you skip?
I did 4.
No, you didn't say. Actually, you didn't say 4. You forgot to say 4. Okay, so no.
You get to decide.
Okay, all right. So that means all the 2s, 3s, 4s, 5s, and 6s, they're all less than 7. How many total cards is that, Joe? Count all of these, and how many total numbers are there? So count all these. So let's count them.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
Okay. Be nicer if you said that a little more coherently so they can understand you. So that's the nature there. Okay, calm down. Stop. Now you know why he hasn't been here for most of these last 2 weeks of shows. A little too high energy sometimes, but that's okay. We love him anyway. Anyway, so
I swear he didn't drink any Red Bulls.
Since when?
I don't know. I swear he didn't drink any energy drink.
We don't have any energy drinks in the house to begin with.
We did. That Coca-Cola energy.
Which I don't know how it got in here in the first place, but regardless of that fact.
I don't know how to.
All right. Okay, all right, now.
Next dice today.
Okay, now listen carefully, Brianna. Here, come around for a second because I want you to see this, Brianna. Brianna, come around. Come around because you got to see this one. This one's for you. This is very important.
It is?
Yes. Here's what I need you to see. Because now you've seen on those last couple of questions, I've been asking you to try to identify.
Random unicorn
Brianna. Let Brianna listen to the question. Now, on those last couple of questions, Brianna, I've been asking for one of a couple of different things to be found. But the thing is that in the last couple of, but for instance, in those last couple of questions, I was asking for things that in no way intersect with each other. Like if I'm asking for a face card, it can't be both a jack and a queen at the same time, or a queen and a king. It's going to be one thing or it's going to be the other. But what if I asked you for the probability of this? Okay, what if I asked you for the probability of a red card or an ace? Okay.
What?
Let's say I wanted the card to be either a red card or I wanted it to be an ace. Okay. Now, first of all, there's how many total red cards in the deck?
You write this on. You write it on the TV screen.
How many red suits are there?
You write this on the Nintendo
There's
Switch.
2 red suits. So each of the red suits, the diamonds and the hearts, both have 13 cards, which means that there's how many total red cards in the deck? There are 26 red cards in the deck. Now, how many aces are there in the deck?
4.
There are 4. Now, so far, that gives you a total of how many cards? 26 and 4 will give you a total of how many so far? 30. But here's the problem. And come around and look at the board for a second, because I want you to see this.
Because we already have 2 of these.
Which 2 do we already have?
Heart and diamond.
Right. Notice that the ace of hearts and the ace of diamonds both fit both descriptions. So you're right. They have been counted twice. So
You can't have that.
Yeah, you can only count each card once when you're doing a probability. So we have to remove those. We have to remove that double ace that we've had so far. So if we take 26 plus 4, the two separate outcomes, and minus the two of these that have been counted twice, that will tell us exactly how many different cards there are among the 52 in the deck to be able to get the accurate probability. So 26 plus 4 minus 2 would give us how much? 26 plus 4 minus 2 would give you how much?
You could just add the 2 separately to get
28. Well, either way, 28 cards is what you would have. So you'd have 28 out of 52. Okay, so when you're looking for an either or possibility, you have to try to recognize whether there are any situations, like in this one, where some of the items that you're choosing from fit more than one criteria. Okay, so, and when they do, you have to make sure they're only counted once. If it helps you to physically list out all of the different items in the group that will meet your condition. So to identify the 4 aces right here, and to identify the 26 red cards,
like a lot of people can do
the 26 red cards right here. If it helps you to map out the entire list and to just loop them and count it all from that, do that too. Whatever it is that it takes to try to get the probability to work in your favor. So that's the nature of the story.
Thank you for talking. Thank you for talking. You.
Okay, so that's the story there. So that's the kind of thing that you want to see in relation to the probability. Okay, so same kind of thing though, Brianna. What if instead? Okay, what if I wanted this? Playing off of that same thing. What if I wanted you to get the probability of let's say I wanted let's say I wanted a 10 or a club. Let's say I wanted a 10 or a club.
All right. Clubby dice. Oh.
How many total cards would that be? First of all, again, there's how many clubs?
16.
Okay, wait. How many? Yeah, because how many total clubs are there? There's huh?
No, I mean 13.
There's 13 total clubs. There's how many total 10s?
4.
Okay, but
Wait.
how many?
We
But
already have one accounted for, so that.
yeah, you have the 10 of clubs already accounted for, which means we have to remove that double. So you have, so like I said, you've got the 4 10s, you've got the 13 clubs minus the one that is both. So there's as you said, that would mean there's a total of 16 cards that fit the description. So that's the type of thing that you're looking for there. Okay? So always be aware again of those mapped out possibilities and stuff like that when you're trying to come up with those probabilities. Okay, there you are. Hi, I see you there. Okay, so that's it there. All right. So we've got that sort of settled. We've talked about basic probability. Now I want to expand upon it just a little bit. I want to have a little bit of fun here. Okay. Okay. We're gonna have a little card sharks fun here. Okay. Are you gonna stay back there the whole time?
Well, Joey's sitting there, and I don't want him to sit on my lap. So.
Okay. All right, Joey. Can we move the box over so that Brianna can sit and be in view of the board too here, or whatever?
In second thought, it's fine. It sits on my lap.
No, I am not trying. This is high school math, Scott. I'm not trying to teach poker outs here. This is just a basic probability lesson here. But we are going to have a little card sharks fun here in just a second here. All right. So, all right.
It's time for the game of card sharks. Card.
Let's see if you can spell it. Okay. So here's what I'm going to do. I've got the full deck of cards here. No, I'm not doing my giant deck. We're crowded enough here as it is or whatever. Okay. I did show off one of the cards though last week when we were doing some things or whatever. Okay. I am going to take now. I'm gonna talk about this from. I'm gonna look at this from. Oh, okay. Well, all right. Somebody's in the chat asking here. Okay, when does school start back up? Actually, to be honest with you, at this immediate moment,
I don't know.
we really don't know as of this immediate moment. Right now, here's the deal, folks. Right now, as it stands, the original plan was that, and this is the reason why I set this up to originally go 2 weeks. The idea was that we were originally going to go back on Monday on the 30th. So the plan was to go from last week and this week and do these guys, shh, I need to talk. We were originally supposed to do these daily live streams just up until today and stuff like that. Now, we have been ordered here in New Jersey by Governor Phil Murphy, and I know Governor Andrew Cuomo in New York has said the same thing. Likewise, I'm sure there's a lot of other governors and mayors around the country that are doing the same thing, that have held off on announcing a specific date of return until they are absolutely dead set confident that that things are calmed down enough that we can try to return. So that being said, and I'll talk about this a little further at the end of the live stream today. We are still going to be continuing these live streams.
Next week.
Okay, the format is going to change a little.
Next week.
The format is going to change a little bit, though. I'll talk about it a little bit more at the end of the show. So, but in the meantime, as long as we are out, I know that distance learning is still going to continue for everybody around the country that is affected by this. So as a result, we're still going to keep doing these streams. So please, by all means, keep coming to these shows. Sign in and get your topic and submit whatever topics you would like for me to do during these. And I am here to keep helping you for as long as we are here in this situation, okay? But right now, like I said, we're gonna have a little fun with this. Okay, so we got the 52 cards. Now, what I'm going to do is, because my guys have seen, card sharks before, many times before. Now, I'm going
Is
to,
it the end?
so here's what I'm going to do, though. All right, I'm going to take the first 7 cards, from the deck here. Okay, now I'm going to set them right
No,
down.
it's not the end.
I'm going to set them right down here in front or whatever. I'm going to put those down in front,
Time to play
I'm going to reveal a card here on the, to be an extra card here to be the first card. Now, the way I'm going to play the way I'm going to play this out at the moment here, I'm doing this sort of in the essence of the money cards, but we're not going to play this for score, at least on this first run. We'll have a little fun in a second and we'll have a little fun in a second and actually try to play it for points or whatever the case is and stuff in a second. But right now, I want to talk about this strictly first from a respect to probability. Okay, so what's going to happen, Brianna? Could you, Greg? All right, bring the box over and just sit it over there. So you
I broke the box.
Okay, Joey, can she sit there, please? Okay.
Okay, but I'll
She's got to sit. Okay, so sit. Okay, all right. So here's the story. So what's going to happen is I'm going to show the first card, and what we're going to do is I want you to just predict, like you would do in the money cards, whether the next card I'm going to turn over is going to be higher or lower and stuff like that. And we'll do and we'll still apply the change rules that the money cards had at specific points. Now the thing is, as I turn over each card, what I want you to do is I want you to figure out which end is more likely to be the next card, either higher or lower. And we're going to calculate the probability. And we're going to calculate the probability, Brianna, as we go forward. Now, the thing is, when I turn over this first card, shh, Joey, quiet. When I turn over this first card, Brianna, there's not going to be 52 cards left in the deck anymore. There's going to be how many remaining?
51.
There's going to be 51. So our first probability is going to be something out of 51. And we're going to see how likely the next card is to be the prediction that you say. Okay, so here comes the first card that you're going to predict. We're going to start with, perfect. We're starting with one of the best cards, the ace. Okay, well, let's see. Okay, so let's take out the ace of spades. Okay, since that's gone. Of the remaining 51.
Oh,
no, that's the bad one. Wait, that's the bad one. So, Brianna, of the remaining 51 cards, how many are going to be lower than an ace?
All of them.
No, not all of them.
Not all of them.
Which ones are not lower than the ace? The 3 aces themselves. So take those 3 out. There's how many left? There's how many cards left?
48.
Okay, so it's a 48 out of 51 shot. The next card is lower than the ace. Let's see if it is. And the next card is, why is the Joker in the deck here? Get out of here with that.
Get that out of here.
Okay. Apparently, I shuffled these cards with the Joker still in there or whatever. No, and Scott, I don't want to hear any Bill Rafferty jokes from you. Okay.
Joker.
Get that.
That's the Joker.
Okay. No Joker's wild jokes either. Wrong show. Wrong gambling device.
Joker.
Guess who's the Joker?
Knowledge.
No, Scott.
I'd be scared if he was. Next card. It's 6. Okay, all right. Scratch out the 6 of spades. Okay.
Which one is the spade again?
Spade, right there. Okay. There's now how many cards left in the deck? Yeah, thank you, Scott. Why so serious, he says. Okay, so we took the 6 of spades out. There's how many cards left?
Mr. Dice.
50. Okay, all right.
If you
Okay, which side is going to be better, going higher than the 6 or lower than the 6?
Higher.
Okay, how many are higher than the 6 out of the 50 that are left here? Let's count it. Count it off, Brianna. Count it off. We got. Well, pay attention.
Well,
Come on.
I have to go to the bathroom.
Gee, thanks for that announcement. Okay, how many cards are higher than the 6 of what's left here? Count them off. 4. How many you got? Wait, you just count. 4. Count out loud. 16. 20. Count out
27.
No. 28 here. How can you go down 1? You're adding the 3 aces.
31.
Thank you. Okay, you can count it out loud. It's actually better for our audience if you do that. Okay, so please. All right, so 31 out of 50 shot. better than half that this is going to be higher than a 6? Let's find out. The card is no. Okay, so this 2 was one of the 16 cards that was less. Okay, so it happens there. Either way, okay, scratch out the 2 of diamonds. Scratch out the 2 of diamonds. Okay, so there once again, there's how many cards left? Keep counting down.
We're on 50, right?
Yeah.
40.
So 49, and obviously with the 2, we're going in what direction?
Higher.
Higher. And of what's left, how many of the cards are higher than 2? Are higher than 2 out of those 49? What's the only ones that aren't higher than 2?
2.
The 3 other 2s, which means how many out of?
Mr. Dice.
Take those 3. Take those 3 away. That means how many out of the 49 cards?
46.
Okay, so 46 out of 49. That's higher than a 2. Let's see it. Let's see it. And the card that we have is a 3. Okay, take the 3 of diamonds out. Let's bring it down to 48 cards.
That's one of mine.
Okay. All right, now this would be the start of the next row if we were playing the money cards,
Yes.
for real. Okay, so do you want to keep the 3?
No.
Wait, it's Brianna. It's a very good card. It's remember, you're playing higher or lower. 3 is a very good card. Because we're the only cards that are
That's
not
my card.
that are not
2.
what
And
the
3.
2 and the 3. How many 2s and 3s do we have?
6.
6, which means how many out of the 48 are still good if we go higher? 42 out of 48 to go higher. So let's see what we got here. Do we have higher than a 3? It is. Look at another ace. Whoa. Okay, 48 goes down to 47. Take the ace of hearts out.
That's on your side.
Okay, so obviously we're going in what direction?
Lower.
We're going lower. How many of the cards are still good out of 47? What's the only ones that are bad? The other 2 aces, which means
45.
45 out of 47 are still good. We're going lower. Let's see there. Lower in the ace again. The card is a 3 again. Whoa. Down to 46 cards. Erase the 3 of hearts, Brianna. Down to 46 cards. Okay. Obviously,
We didn't get copyrighted.
once again, we're going in which direction?
Higher.
We're going higher. How many cards are bad?
5.
Which means how many out of the 46 are still good?
41.
41 out of 46 that were still good there. Higher in the 3. We got a queen. Let's take that queen of clubs out there. We're down to 45 cards.
Oh.
As we go into the final prediction. The final prediction.
The final prediction?
Well, look, there's the last card here. Okay, this would be the big bet. Okay, all right. And how many out of the remaining 45 cards are no good?
3.
These 3.
9.
9, which means take 9 off of 45.
36.
So 36 out of 45, that's an 80% chance for those of you who like to play your percentages. Again, wrong show. But
And Mr. Dice is watching you.
Is it for lower than a queen? Do we succeed and at least go 6 correct decisions out of 7? Yes, we do. Okay,
Woo!
so
Ding, ding, ding.
But you see how running the probability as we go throughout the whole thing, you see how it helps you and stuff, whatever. It helps inform going in which direction is going to be the better one, and then at the same time determining exactly for if this were the actual game show and you were playing it, for money and stuff like that. By the way, watch the new Card Sharks over the summer and stuff like that on ABC. I promise you will enjoy it.
Likes.
Which is good. Yes, please keep joining us here. Anybody that wants a topic, please throw a topic in the live chat. I mean,
Wait, I don't even see.
we're gonna play some too. Also, maybe some of you guys can jump in and stuff
And
like
Dad,
that.
I
Okay.
tried my best, but since we kept doing diamonds, it made me think of It made me think of Steven Universe because because diamond is a
And
gem.
then to the M.
I know. Yes, I
Because
know.
a
You.
diamond
I know
is
you
a
love your.
gem.
You love your Steven Universe. I'm aware.
So I tried to draw.
And I'm
The crystal gems.
We all save the day, and if you think we can't, it's. So I tried to draw pink diamond, but it didn't go out too well. And
Okay, we're here. All right, while we're in between things, all right, we've got okay. All right. What Ryan, we welcome you into the group
we
here,
have
whatever.
a Joker too.
Okay, guys. All right. Now, guys. Okay, I have to get serious for a second here because we have a question from one of our.
We have two Jokers.
All right, Joey. All right, we also have a question from one of.
That's Mr. Dice.
We also have a question from one of our listeners here now, or our viewers. So I want to go into the discussion of what they want to talk about. They've got some questions about the Pythagorean Theorem. All right, so we're going to, so we'll take a look at that a little bit. This is the one you were trying to, when you saw my my stuff this morning, you were trying to pronounce what the title of today's worksheet for my geometry guys was. You were close when you said it here. Okay, that it's called the Pythagorean Theorem. Okay, basic premise of the Pythagorean. Joey, come on, no advertising. No, come on, stop it. Okay, I need you to stop drawing for 1 second, Joe. Okay, I need the space, please. Here, give me one chance, Joe. Okay, all right, Pythagorean Theorem. I'm gonna keep the card list up because like I said, if we get time, we'll play another rounds, and I'll get you guys in on the game as well. So like I said, we're gonna have some fun. Okay, so anyway, so here's
the Jackbox party pack.
So here's the deal. Okay, Pythagorean Theorem. We're dealing with triangles. Specifically, we are dealing with a right triangle. That means there has to be a 90-degree angle in the figure somewhere. Now, within that right triangle, you have these two sides which are attached to that right angle. They are known officially as the legs, and we give them the measurements of A and B. It doesn't matter which one you call A and which one you call B. That doesn't make any difference whatsoever. So call them whichever you like, and that's fine.
Yeah,
okay?
Because I'm a human.
And then you've got the longest side of the right. Okay, Joey.
He is also.
Joey. Shh.
He's also a human being.
Joey, I'm teaching now. Okay. Okay.
Like I put that down.
Yes, he gets very excited. In case you can't tell. I'm glad you're enjoying yourselves, folks. Anyway, so here's the deal. Then you've got the longest side, the one that's opposite of it, the hypotenuse. Okay. The general idea with the Pythagorean theorem is that these sides measuring A, B, and C, they are linked together by the following formula. A squared plus B squared equals C squared. It means take the two legs, square, multiply them each by themselves, add that total up, and that total has to give you the measurement of the hypotenuse times itself. Now, depending on where now, in this formula, there's a couple of things that you could do with it. The most common thing that you most likely do with this Pythagorean formula is if you're given two sides, you have to come up with the third one here. So to take a couple of examples from what my guys are doing today, just as an intro, let's suppose that you had the following information. If you had, for instance, if you were told that the hypotenuse of this right triangle was 50, and you were told that one of the legs was, let me see it here in front of me again. Okay, that one of the legs was 40. Okay, the object would be find the third side. Okay. Okay. So, Brandon, would you like to see how this looks? Come on. So, sorry. So, we take the 40 and the 50. We're gonna replace it. Joey, enough. Joey, go downstairs and see mommy for a minute. Okay, so we're gonna take the 40. We're gonna put it in the B position right there. Okay, so we have that. The A squared is still there. The hypotenuse is 50, so we're gonna put that right there. Okay, so we have to calculate this now and see what the measurement of A is supposed to be. The first thing we have to do is calculate both of these, 40 squared and 50 squared. So here, get your calculator for a second and calculate 40 squared, or remember, square means you multiply it by itself. So do 40 times 40, and that gives you how much? 40. What would 40 times 40 give you? If you know out there, shout it out in the chat room here. Play along with us as you're watching here. Okay, so you get 1,600 for that. How about 50 squared? 50 times 50. Okay, you can say it, Brianna. Come on. Okay, 2,500. All right, so.
Oh no.
No, Joey. Joey. Go downstairs by mommy. Come on.
He brought the theory.
Okay, so you got those there. Okay, so all right. So yeah, Ryan, you got those two. Good. Okay, now in our quest to solve for A, the first thing we've got to do is we've got to get this A squared by itself. Okay, so as we've done with some other equations over these past 2 weeks. Okay, how do I get rid of a plus 1,600? I do what? I subtract the 1,600. So we got that. Okay, I know the 2 zeros are still here. Real quick, 25 minus 16. 25 minus 16, we get what?
9.
9. Okay, so we have 900. That 900 represents A squared, but I need to know exactly what A is. To get rid of a square and end up with just A, you have to calculate this. You have to get the square root. You have to get the square root. Okay, you punched it in your calculator.
I did?
You hit the square root key. It was right there. So, and you did that on the 900, and so you've got the A equals, like I said, square root on 900, which equals 30, and that would be the end result there. Yep, you got it, Ryan. Exactly.
I didn't even mean to hit it.
That's exactly how it goes. Okay, now when you work on this formula, you're going to see sometimes, folks, that there are going to be some circumstances where, like this one, the answer comes out perfectly exact. But in many cases, it won't, because you're going to run into many numbers that are not perfect squares, and as a result, they end up being irrational numbers that you have to cope with it in whatever fashion. So, like, let's suppose you had something like this happen. And here, I'll change up the locations a little bit too. All right. So let's suppose that we had this. Okay. Now, Brianna, follow closely here. What if in this circumstance, and here I'll borrow from another problem that my guys are looking at here. Let's suppose that this leg down the bottom was an 11. Let's say that this one over here on the side was a 60. Okay?
More love.
The first thing that I want to know, okay, looking at where these two are located, okay, in which two letter positions would I put the 11 and the 60? Okay, they would go in A and B, right? Yeah, because they are the two legs.
Give me some love.
Like I said, these are the legs. These are the legs that go right there. Okay. All right.
Sorry about that.
So that's the story there and stuff like that. All right. So now we have to put those in. So we have 11 squared plus 60 squared equals C squared.
All right, here's some love. Here's some love, right, you guys.
So here, okay. Thank you, Joey. Thank you. Hey. All right. So anyway, so here.
No.
That's good. That's good. Thank you, Ryan. Okay, I'll look for it later.
A bunch
okay.
Of love.
All right. Let's calculate. Get 11 squared for me. 11 times 11. 121 plus, get me 60 times 60. What's 6 times 6? 36, and 1 0 becomes 2 zeros when you square, so you'll get 3,600. Okay, add those up. Give me a total.
3,721.
Okay.
Hey, I want some cereal.
3,721 is what we end up with there. Okay. Yep. Okay. Oops. Scott's following along. He's playing well. Okay. So that means that the value of C is going to be the square root of that 3,721. Now, what you're going to see is when you punch that in, so type in 3,721, then hit the square root key. You're going to see that this one is not going to give you a perfect answer. At least I don't think it is.
Which one is the square root?
See, it has to look like this. See, look at this little symbol here.
There's 3.
Wait, look at the one that has a 2 on it. Oh, it does come out to an exact number. I'm sorry.
61.
It came out to 61 on the nose. Yeah. Okay. Here, I'm just curious. Okay. 61 times 61. See, that gives you that. And then it's 366. Yep. 3,721. Yep. It comes out right in the nose. Boom. Got it. Okay.
Yep.
All right. So even that one came out okay. I was concerned that it wasn't going to. So, but hey, sometimes you get a surprise. But in the event, amidst the chaos behind me, okay,
Cereal!
after it, Brianna.
No!
Hush. Okay. Even if in the event, for whatever reason, Ryan, did you follow any of that in there? I hope you're doing okay with this. So in any event, in the event, sometimes if you run into a number that is not a perfect square, then depending on what it is that you need it for, if there's another calculation that you need for it to be represented as, if you need it for something later, or if you just have to round the answer, whatever the case, you just roll with it. Like just real quick, I'm just gonna come up with one that doesn't work out evenly. So like what if, let's say, okay, now I'm yes, I know, Scott, there's always chaos in my place. You know me well enough by now. Okay, let's see. All right. First, what positions will we put these numbers in? What if I had this and I had this? Where would I put those? No, they wouldn't go in A and B this time. Where would I put them? Okay, put them in, yeah. Now which number is supposed to go in the C position? Right, yeah. The biggest side in the triangle is always C. So that means the 25 has to go there. Whether you put the 10 in A or B really doesn't make a difference. As long as you've got the proper number for C over there, you can put this wherever you want. So if I want to put the 10 here, that's perfectly fine. Okay? So let's get that in place. All right, 10 squared, 10 squared. 10 times 10. 100. Okay. 25 times 25. 25 times 25. I want to get that. Okay. Punch that in, and I'm going to. There's and you know what? There's a trick to squaring any number that ends in 5. That now that I think about it, that's another thing I'm going to save for a future video, which you will see very, very soon. Okay. And Scott's got it too. 625. He's in there. Okay. So now what happens? Okay. B squared's not alone. 100 has to go. Make it go away. Subtract the 100. So that leaves you with 525. A press your luck favorite. That I threw in for you intentionally, Scott. Okay. So never mind. Anyway, okay, now get a square root on 525. This one you're definitely going to see does not come out to an exact answer here. Punch in square root of 525, and you're going to see that it's going to come out to something messed up or whatever. I know it's in the 20-somethings, and it's in the low 20-somethings. I got to see exactly what it comes out to. It's 20. What does it say? Go ahead. Yeah. Okay. Easy there. Last thing we need is broken phones here. Okay, so you can see the results as it gives it here. It comes out to, you can see the irrational number that it gives you because this is an imperfect square, is an imperfect number. It does not have a clean, exact square root to it.
Yes.
So as a result, depending on the circumstances, there may be some cases where you might have to save the radical 525 and use it for another calculation later on, keep the exact number. Or if this is the last thing you have to do with it, we could round it off, and how far to what decimal position you round it to, that's at the discretion of the of the problem. So let's say, for instance, if we want to round this to one decimal place, it says 22. It says 22.91. Based on that one, would we keep it at 22.9 or round it up to 23.0?
Keep it at 9.
Keep it at, yes, because this is less than 5, so we just remove it. And so we'll say that this is approximately, and the wavy equal sign means that it's about. It's not the exact number, it's somewhere around. So we'll call it around 22.9. So there that is. That's the nature of how that works there. Okay, and that's everything with Pythagorean theorem for the moment in a nutshell. There are other things you can do with the Pythagorean formula as well, including test the existence of a right triangle, but we'll discuss that.
These are the waves.
The equal waves. Nice. Okay. I like it. Okay. So hopefully, Ryan, just shoot us a message. Let us know if that helped you out here, and if you want to see some more questions in that regard there, and we'll continue and play out from that. In the meantime,
but I'm not so sure these waves are equal.
Well, remember, they're not supposed to be exactly equal. They're supposed to be about a certain amount. Remember? So.
Good thing I'm wearing black pants today.
So that's the way that
means
goes.
The marker won't really show.
Yeah, gee, thanks for making me feel comfortable here.
Hey, you're wearing sweatpants. How could you be less comfortable? Sweatpants are like the definition of comfy. Kinda.
Moving on.
Sounds like something from Star Trek. What do you mean?
Who knows? Anyway, okay. All right. I'm gonna take a second here. Okay, I'm just gonna I'm reshuffling the deck here and stuff like that. These are not exactly these larger cards that these are like 3.5 by 7-inch. These jumbo sized cards that Bicycle makes and stuff like that, and other companies too, or whatever. But you have to understand, folks, when you're these are not exactly the kind of cards that you can do an old-fashioned shuffle crunch to and things like that. It's not that easy, or whatever the case is.
I tried to
so you have to just kind of deal with exactly.
I tried to draw Star Trek, but it went.
What are you keeping score on, Scott?
Daughter 310. I tried.
What points did she score and where? You'll have to tell me, because I don't know what you're talking about.
I tried to draw Star Trek, but it went horribly wrong. This is like the ship, and that's that bald guy with the pointy ears.
Anyway, cut the cards, you silly. Speaking of which, I think today actually is the late Leonard Nimoy's birthday, either today or yesterday.
Because like
I know who you're talking about. So, be that as it may.
What are the points?
All right, let me do it again. Okay. I'm taking the first 7 cards out of the deck. I'm setting them to the side. These are the ones that these are the ones you're gonna try to predict. So don't touch. Okay.
Touch. And pyramid is 47.
That was yesterday. $10,000 pyramid turned 47. Okay.
Touch.
All right, so let's do it again. Okay,
Should we just erase all this?
Okay, we're starting one more time. Okay. And let's see what we can do with it. Let's see what we can do with this prediction. Okay. So once again, after I remove the first card, we're starting with a probability out of 51 here. So let's see what we get for the first card. And remember, you could change this if you want. Now remember, if you change it, that's going to affect this probability too. So let's see. First card is, let's see what you got, Brianna. Take a look. First card is, you got a jack. You want to keep the jack? Jack of spades. We got it there.
Like in the middle.
Okay.
Kinda.
Well, remember, the 8 is the exact middle. That's the absolute worst when you're playing Card Sharks. So this is the dead center. That's where you don't want to be. So the jack is.
Well, it's pretty close.
The jack is over here. It's closer, but it's It's reasonable. Okay, well, what do you want to do? You want to keep it? You want to change it? Go change it? Okay, all right. Now that means automatically we go down to 50 cards because this gets scrapped, and we go immediately then to the next card off the top of the deck. And this is what you've got to predict here. Oh, that was not a good change. Now you got a 7. Okay, let's remove the 7 of clubs. Okay,
the 7.
you got to keep the 7. You got to play it. All right. So do you want to go higher or lower? Now, knowing that the 7's in the now, seeing where the 7 is, we've already identified that 8 is the middle of the deck. So what do you want to so how do you want to play this? Is a 7 more on the low side or the high side? Okay, so which way are the odds more? Is the probability more in your favor?
The high.
Okay, all right. So then we probably want to go higher. Let's count how many of the remaining 50 cards are higher than a 7. So let's
4, 8, 12, 16.
Minus 1 means you're at 15.
15. 19. 23.
And the aces make 27.
7.
Okay, so 27 out of 50, a little better than half to say that this is higher than a 7. How would you play it out there if you were trying to make the predictions here? And let's see the card. The card we get this time is, oh, okay. Now you can see why it's so tough when you get the cards that are closer to the middle, because when you play this game, you're safer when the probability is is closer to 100% as you could possibly get. So 27 out of 50 is closer to 50%. Those are the most difficult probabilities to do when you're playing this simple game. So
look, it's
so you can see how this one ended up failing and stuff like that. But the good news is we got 49 cards left. Scratch out that 2 of spades. That's okay. You know what I mean. And out of the remaining 49 cards, we're obviously going
higher.
And how many how many out of the 49 cards are higher? Again, take away all the 2s.
46.
Okay, 46 out of 49 are higher. Let's go higher in that too, and let's make it. Okay, thank you. Let's go. All right, here we go. There's a king. All right, king of diamonds gone. Down to 48 cards. Which way are we going? Which way is
lower?
Okay. How many cards are not lower than the king?
Hey, you erased dice?
4.
And then the 3 kings make the 4 aces and the 3 kings. That's total how many cards?
41.
Okay, yeah, 41 because 48 minus 7. And we're going lower than the king. Let's see it. Okay, let's see what we get this time. And we get a 6. Okay, all right. So we got that down to down to 47 cards left. Okay. If we were let's take out the 6 of diamonds. Brianna, if we were starting a new if we were playing the money cards for real, this would be the start of a new row. Do you want to change the card? Look where 6 is. 6 is a lot closer to the middle.
Change.
Okay, yeah, if you change a jack, I'd be surprised if you didn't change a 6. Okay, that means now we're down to 46 cards remaining because we've scrapped 1 there. And
it's Mr. Dice.
And the 6 now becomes, taking the next card off the top of the deck. It's a 4. That is a better card. 4 of diamonds, gone. Okay, so where are we going?
Higher.
Higher, okay. How many cards left in the stack that are not higher than 4? Count them off.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
So 10, stay on 10.
Picnic, but it's 10.
Which means if 10 cards are bad for us, how many cards are good for us right now?
36.
36 out of 46. I like those chances. Let's see if it is higher than the 4. Let's flip it over and see it. There we go. We've got, oh, wow, look at that. There were 10 cards that could beat us. Okay, 7 of those 10 that were actually lower, and 1 of them came up. It was unlikely. That was only a 7 out of 46 chance that we were going to get something that was lower than a 4 to pop up.
No,
As unlikely as it was, it happens. But usually, again, you like to play. You like to play to the bigger extent so you possibly can. All right, let's recover. Okay, Bria, 45 cards left. How many cards are not higher? Let's take that 3 of clubs away. How many cards are not higher than the 3?
6.
6, which means. Matter of fact, here, let's have some fun with this. Okay.
Higher.
We can see it. There are 3 cards that are the same. There are lower. There is only the 3 2s, which means, again, 45 minus 6. How many are higher?
45 minus 6.
Yeah, 45 minus 6.
39.
39. So it's a 39 out of 45 that's going to be higher. So here, I'll put that in there just to make it a little more relevant so we can see all of the probabilities. You might as well. And the thing is, you'll know that these are right if you add up all of the numerators and they add up to what denominator you have in the whole thing, just the same as you would add normal fractions. Okay, higher in the 3. Let this be a 2. There's an 8. Okay, now we got some trouble here. 8 of clubs gone. Okay, 40.
Switch.
No, can't. No, not. We can't switch here. We got to play it. We're not the. All right, Joey, come on, stay.
We're drawing dice, people.
We're drawing Mr. Dice.
Okay, 44 cards. Okay, how many 8s do we still have left?
3.
So, all right, so 3 are definitely bad. Okay, now, here's where we get interesting, folks. When you're right up the middle, the question is, which way is better, higher or lower? Now you got to really count and see how many you've got left on each side. Okay, count all the cards, Brianna, that we have left in the stack that are lower than the 8. Count all of those off.
1, 2, 3, 4,
5, 6, 7, 8. You count too, Joe. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 19. So we got 19 that are
higher.
Yes, we got 19 that are lower. Okay, so we've got 19. We've got 3.
4, 8.
11. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 that are higher. So which way do the odds seem? So which way do the odds favor right now?
Higher.
The odds slightly favor higher. So all right, but I'll leave the decision to you.
Higher.
You want to do higher? Okay. So let's see. 19 versus 22. Let's see if it's higher than the 8. No, it wasn't. Okay.
Stop.
Now you know why you don't want 8s when you play this game, folks. Okay, so.
She does get.
All right.
No,
she has high heels.
Okay. 4 of spades gone. Okay. We're at the final card, Brianna. Let's see if we can get a big finish here. There's 43 cards remaining. First, do we want to keep the 4?
Yes.
Yes, very good card. Because look, how many 4s left? There's only 2 4s left out of the remaining 43 cards in the deck. And how many cards are lower than the 4? 6. 6 plus 2 is 8. 43 minus 8 would give us 43 minus 8 would leave us at how many that are higher?
37.
No, wait. That would be these. Take another 2 off.
5.
So it'd be 35. So 35 out of 43 chance. Real quick, let's just see this as percentage. Punch in 35 divided by 43 real quick. I just want to show what the percentage would be for that. 35 divided by 43. I know it's going to be better than 80%.
43?
Yeah, 35 divided by 43. What decimal does it say? It says
81%.
Okay, yeah, about 81. So it's an 81.3% chance when you do 35 divided by 43 and then times by 100 to convert it into a percentage. 35 out of 43 chance that this final card that I have here is going to be higher than the 4.
I can't watch.
Okay. Okay, she doesn't want to watch. Okay, so I'll show you guys. The final card is it's a king.
Woo!
So there's a victory. and we recovered nicely there. Okay, so we got to have our little extra fun. Yes, you win. Thank you, Joey. Very nice.
Oh,
So that's all
and
good there.
Wait, before we go, like I want to show you like how I draw like me having like blue hair with black, kind of.
Well, here
When I
before
dyed my hair.
you do not dye your hair.
I'm pretending, but there's a drawing of me dyeing my hair. Oh, okay.
Oh, if you just dyed your hair would be like. Oh,
I'm gonna tell you something, folks.
Everywhere.
Okay, I'm gonna make a note. I'm gonna make a note about this. Okay.
Because dye gets everywhere.
I am going to. Okay.
My smiley.
Okay. All right, guys. All right. I'll tell you what. Can I All right. Can I have the floor for just a second? Can you guys just
Yes, Joey,
guys,
we must leave the premises.
Okay. Can you guys just take a step?
Joey, wait.
Take a step back for a minute. All right,
Joey, we have to leave for a second.
All right, Joey. I need to. What? Joey, stop. Stop.
Joey, come on.
All right.
Come.
Okay. Let me.
Come
Okay.
behind the bed, brother.
I need to. Okay.
Ow.
All right. Don't say anything because I need to make an. I need to talk seriously.
Joey, you're fine.
Yeah, exactly. He wants to dye his hair blue like Dan TDM, one of his favorite YouTubers. Okay. All right. All right, Joey.
Go check out.
Okay. Stop. Okay, Joey. Joey. Shh. Okay. All right. I gotta talk serious now. I gotta talk with the folks out there here. Okay. All right. All right. So I want to just take a second, folks. I want to just talk with you guys a minute to just let you know a couple of things now that are going to be going on from here, because this is the end of our stream for today. Now, as we said earlier in the show, the original plan with these live streams was to go for these past 2 weeks, which we now have, and we were under the original impression that we were going to be back in school, or at least I was in Belleville on Monday, and that my kids were going to be back in Saddlebrook School on Monday as well. But obviously that is not the case. We are still out of school until further notice. Now, the thing is, while distance learning is going to continue naturally for so many of you out there, I am going to be continuing these live streams. However, the thing though that needs to be understood is that aside from me doing these live streams, I am trying to produce new videos, both new videos with the kids. We have some things already. We have a couple of things in the can that I'm in the middle of trying to get set up and put together and formally presented. I have a couple of videos that are just some neat math trick videos that I've been wanting to present for a while, and a couple of the ideas just came to me while we've been doing these live streams over the past couple days and stuff like that. But then in addition, I also have some unlisted videos that I'm making for my high school students, as they will ultimately later, a little later down the line, they're gonna be continuing their education, because most of these last couple of weeks have been topics in the things that they've been doing that have been like recaps of things that they've seen in the previous months. All right, here, follow him downstairs and keep him down for a moment while I finish this, okay? But obviously, there's going to be a point we're going to have to carry forward with the curriculum. School year goes on whether we're physically in the building or not. So because of the fact that I need to prepare some more material outside of these live streams, we're still going to be continuing these, but we're going to be changing the schedule. I'm going to be reducing these now to twice a week, okay? For the next 2 weeks, or excuse me, let me change that notion there or whatever, okay? For the majority of the next 2 weeks, these live streams are going to continue to be at 2 p.m. as they are. The next one is going to be on Tuesday, March 31st. That's the next live stream that we're going to be doing. I'm going to be alternating every Tuesday, and I'm going to be going between Tuesdays and Fridays from this point forward, with the exception of Good Friday. On that week, on that week, I'm going to move the Friday to a Thursday show, so we still get 2 in for the, so that we still get 2 shows in for the week. Okay, so this way you guys could continue to keep coming here and submitting your topics, whatever it is that you're unsure about, so we can keep this moving forward. And it gives me time to produce new material, not just for all of you out there, but for my students as well, so that their curriculum can continue as well. So I hope you understand, and I hope that in the time between shows, you will use this as an opportunity to tell more people about this channel, spread the word about it, and tell anybody K through 12 math. It doesn't matter. I will
check out the channel Dan TDM.
No, come on, Joey. We're worried about
more videos.
We're worried about them watching this channel and coming back to join us. Okay,
and,
so
like, probably if you want, you can watch Dan TDM, or you can watch his channel, which is my dad.
no, I'm not Dan TDM.
No, I said my dad. I know. I actually. Like,
see, when you said his, you should have pointed to me at least, so that they at least know when you said his that you were referring to me and not Dan TDM. Never mind. Okay, but anyway, but that's gonna be, yes. Thank you, Scott. Yes, you've made Scott laugh. I appreciate that. Okay, so
Who made Scott laugh?
You did. Okay, so well,
because
I hope you have had some laughs while we've been trying to teach you with the silliness that these guys have been doing. Whatever. I'm gonna summarize everything I just said in this last couple minutes. I'm gonna put a little compilation video of some of the goofiness that these guys have gotten into over these last 2 weeks, and the jokes that they've made, sometimes at my own expense, or that I've made at theirs, or with each other. So, but just to show everybody exactly what they've been missing in these live streams. So spread the word. Let everybody know this is going to continue, and we will
continue next week.
Yes, and we will see you guys on Tuesday, March 31st, again right here live at 2 p.m. with more K through 12 live stream distance learning math. Yeah, tell everybody, keep sending in your topics. Even tell you what, even email me over the next couple days. If you can't make the live stream, but you still want to see something, send me an email, brian.sapinski@gmail.com. Let me know what topic you want me to do. I'll make sure we get it in there. Any K through 12 math topic, we'll do it here. All right.
Yeah.
In the meantime, we got to get out of here, and I got to make sure these guys are finished with their stuff for week 2. Hopefully you guys have progressed further as well. So until we meet again on Tuesday and Friday next week, for Joey, for Brianna, my wife Andrea, who's downstairs probably watching this, I'm Brian Sapinski.
He's watching this.
Take care, and we'll see you guys soon.
Bye.
And watch the video.
And stay healthy and safe, everybody.
Bye.
Watch the video. Watch